Vobiscum. Welcome back to the channel, and to another episode of the Treat of the Week. So this week's treat will be a sort of feature of an Airbnb stay that I recently went to that really resonated with me, and I felt that it was such a treat I had to share it with all of you. And so basically what this treat is, or what this stay was the opportunity to stay in a authentic Navajo Hogan, which was something that, as a lover of Tony Hillerman and his Leap Horn and Cheese series, it was always difficult to sort of imagine where these stories were taking place and what exactly, how could I build this environment in my mind? And that's actually what prompted me to sort of browse around and see if there was an opportunity to visit either a museum or a reservation or something to sort of help put in my mind, what does this all mean? What does this look like, really and truly? And lo and behold, I found this amazing listing over in Cameron, Arizona, by a wonderful woman named Shauna, who offered up, I believe it was her grandmother's Hogan, available for stay. And I was absolutely thrilled at the thought of being able to stay here. And as you can see, it's actually very affordable and looks very cozy. And so I thought I simply must go. And especially at the time, I'd been working on a manuscript for a book that I plan on publishing here eventually. But I just needed peace. I needed quiet. And especially with how busy life has been lately and how stressful, I knew I needed a true escape. And so I decided, well, carpe diem, let's go ahead and reserve this and find a way to get out there and see what we can do. And as you can see here, very, very wonderful sort of amenities in the sense of the lack thereof. It truly looks peaceful, looks as though that there's no one else around really, and I believe she mentions in the comments that her own homestead is farther up the road a good deal. So you are truly, truly alone here, and you pretty much have everything that you would need to survive: water, wood, a place to sleep and lay your head, a wood stove. So nothing luxury, nothing 5-star, just you, nature, and this obviously well-loved homestead and home, Hogan, available for you to lay your head under. And so I took some pictures and some videos. You'll have to excuse me. I'm still saving up to get myself a rather nice camera so that way I can provide better content and also record memories much more effectively. Other than just my poor old phone, which is fighting for its life at this moment. But I do hope you enjoy the pictures that I managed to take, and I took some videos to show you what the Hogan looked like. And so let's go ahead and take a look at those as well. So as you can see, you truly are alone. So this is sort of me walking towards the end of the road. Most of the roads you were driving upon once you actually got onto the reservation, it seems, where the Navajo Highway turned into red gravel, sand, when it rains I'd imagine mud as well. But it was so quiet standing out there, and I think that's what was one of the most healing properties of actually getting to stay here, was just the silence and the quiet and the ability of truly getting to be alone. But as we turn here, you see to the left there is an outhouse, outdoor plumbing, and there's the Hogan. So now we're actually going to walk towards the Hogan. To our right, we might see it in this video. There are some other portions of the homestead, what looks like a yurt, maybe some storage and such for the family. But the Hogan itself, as you can see, is not very big, relatively small. We'll get to look inside here in a moment. But the handcraftsmanship, the workmanship, how it was put together is absolutely stunning. Wood and clay, rock, sand, made out of local materials, if I remember correctly. So here we have some pictures of the Hogan proper. As you can see, sort of a conical shape towards the back and then sloped forward towards the entrance. Just sort of another angle of it there, picture from a different day. But the construction is absolutely fascinating. And once we go inside, you'll sort of see, but as we can see, the wood stove in there, the Hogan itself was absolutely wonderfully insulated, kept me very warm, but didn't get necessarily too hot with the wood stove going. But I was quite toasty the first night, and it was very comfortable, and I slept absolutely wonderfully. But you can see there the construction of the entrance at the front. Just absolutely gorgeous structure. And so now we're actually going to take a look into the Hogan itself. But first, as you can see there, there's sort of the rest of the homestead. Looks like some storage. There was a very cool old truck that I saw that I got excited about. But so let's go inside and see. So as you can see, small but very, very comfortable. The floor is dirt. And just look at that construction. Just how everything was put together. That it felt strong and sturdy and protecting. So we had some supplies supplied by Shanna, which was very nice, which allowed me to get a fire going in the wood stove, which was very nice for cooking and for warmth and for company in a strange way. We can come here and sort of look more at the structure. There are some battery-powered lights strung up, which were, oh, I can't speak, battery-powered lights, which were strung up that were very helpful when it got rather dark. And there you can see how the smoke sort of escapes the Hogan itself. A sort of modern upgrade to the traditional. And look at that view as you walk out the door. Just the endless expanse of the sky, the desert, the plateaus and cliffs. Absolutely stunning. So I figured I would go ahead and show you some of the pictures that I took before we finish up our Treat of the Week episode. And those were some of the pictures from my trip staying at the Hogan. As you can see, a lot of it was pictures of the sky, but with the horizon being so available, I'd almost forgotten what it was like to have clouds be that close to you, that low to the ground, and just the beauty of the thunderstorms and the rain and the clouds off in the distance was better than any TV show, honestly. And the opportunity to be there and just exist quietly. It was completely and utterly silent. Absolutely fascinating, wonderful, amazing experience. Very healing. And as Shauna said, a lot of not rituals, ceremonies, excuse me, took place within the Hogan. So it is a blessed place, a kind place, and when you enter it, it just feels like home. It feels protected. It feels peaceful, a truer sense of peace that I have not experienced, and I truly mean this when I say the sense of peace and healing that I had in just the short stay that I had there felt like it scrubbed my soul more than any other place I'd visited within the last 2 years. So I highly recommend that if you have a chance or you're ever by the way of Arizona, or you're looking for a unique place to stay or some place where you're seeking out true quiet, I highly recommend that you maybe try to experience this stay for yourself. Now, this is not a sponsored sort of thing. This is just my true sort of video review, if you will, of this Hogan. But I definitely will be planning on returning. It was a wonderful experience, a lovely experience, and thank you to Shauna for sharing, especially something so near and dear to her family, with all of us, essentially, and allowing us to experience the peace and the silence and the pure quiet that this place just exudes and provides. And so that concludes our episode of The Treat of the Week. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know, have you stayed in a Hogan before, or have you stayed at this particular place? If so, how did you like it? And if not, is this something that you would be interested in doing, or something that interests you just in general? I'm always curious to hear what you all think. And as always, Pax vobiscum. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Goodbye.